Hi guys, and welcome back to our tutorial series. In the last tutorial I taught you guys how to implement the hand-to-hand combat system into our script, which was a rayshoot script, and it worked out pretty damn good. And in this tutorial I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a simple gun management system. This will allow you to throw your gun away and pick it back up. But the problem is the gun management system is going to be very basic right now because I only have one gun, which is the M4, but as soon as I get more models I'll come back to the gun management system and spice it up a bit. So let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is you want to duplicate your M4. Now I don't recommend you do that from the hierarchy because that's going to screw around with your original gun. So for example, if I copy this now and paste it down here, and if I change things on it, it's going to also change this. We don't want that. So what I recommend you do is look for the folder that you imported that has your guns and select the M4 from there. Then drag that onto the screen. It's pretty big. I'll resize that, not a problem. I'm just going to go on the y-axis so I can resize that quickly. Whoop. Alright, I think that's okay. Just going to drag it next to my player to make sure that's the same size. Yeah, it looks alright to me for now. Just drag it on a bit more. Alright, you don't want the arms, so you can delete those. You don't want this pair of arms as well. I don't need some texture things from here. Let me just maximize the screen. Don't need that one. I don't need that one too. Alright, so once you've done that, go back into the hierarchy mode, select your gun. Now you see there's a object called object 01 and there's plane 3 and 4. These are the only three things I need. So I'm going to drag plane 3 and 4 into object 1. I'm going to rename object 4 to M4 A1 like so. Then I'm going to drag it out of here, and then I'm going to delete this M4 A1, which was a holder for the object itself. So I only have the mesh left. Then I'm going to go to component, physics, rigid body. Then I'm going to go to physics again and add a box collider to it this time. Now the box collider is pretty thin, so I'm going to have to expand it out on the Z axis. Still a bit too big. That's alright. And then I'm going to tag this as M41 like that, and that's it. And then what you got to do is you got to create a new prefab. You can call this M4A1 fab, short for prefab. It's important that you remember that name. And then drag the M4A1 into that, and you can delete that one. Alright, that's the first part done. Now the next thing is we have to set up a instantiation point for the gun, because the system won't know where it's gonna fly out from. So the best thing you could do for that is go create a empty game object, and you can see currently it's facing the wrong axis. The Z is facing the wrong way. Just on the Y, just put 180. I should flip it around and drag it somewhere close to his right arm. The reason I'm dragging it to the right arm is because my animation is set with the right arm, and that's okay. That's fine for me. Yeah. So the gun's gonna fly out from here, and rename that object to throw pause, short for position, and then drag that onto the main camera like so. Okay, brilliant. Now I've got the basic setup. Now let's go script this bad boy. So the first thing you want to do is we want to define the variables we need. Oops, wrong script. Okay, let's go to the very top. I'm going to zoom the script in so you can see the code. It's a bit too much. Alright, there we go. The first ones we need are the directions. So I'm going to say, okay, for pick up direction. This will be for the pickup direction on the raycast, and it's going to be a vector 3. Then the next one's going to be for throw direction. What direction we're going to throw it in. Obviously it's going to be the forward one. And also, once again, it's a vector 3. And that's it, joking. Next one is var m4 null, and it's going to be a type boolean. This is going to be a very important variable. Now I'm not going to get into this right now, but when the script is finished I can explain it to you properly. But without this, the gun management won't work for the M4 nor any other gun. Alright, so that's the next one. Then for throw speed, like so, and it's going to be a float, and I'm going to give it a value 150. The next one's going to be for throw position, which was the object we made outside. And it's going to be a game object. The next one's going to be for M4 A1 fab, which is the prefab we just made, and it's going to be a game object as well. And that's the variables we need. Brilliant. So let's go create the functions needed to make this work. Okay, the first function we need is function gun pick up manage gun pickup manage system. Yeah, that sounds right to me. And open bracket, close bracket, open curly brace, and close this function off.